Wall Street Journal, I think Business Week, a lot. It ended up resulting with 50,000 page views, 553 applications, and 2 what we consider fairly amazing hires.
Look at that funnel.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's true. But about 10% of the applicants were all were absolutely hiring material. They're people that we would absolutely have wanted to. Let's say we were hiring 65.3 people, we would have hired them all. At the same time, we were only looking to hire a few people because we have funding, but not.
If you refer them, you could actually make some money from that whole process.
Right. Oh, we've thought about that too.
Really, 65.
Yeah. So.
Send us their email.
So everyone has asked for that, by the way. So we ended up hiring Josh and Carl, coming from some pretty amazing companies. Josh we stole from Apple, having been at Google and Microsoft previously, and Carl was at Booyah, which is, I don't know if you played their iPhone game, is like the top iPhone game developer. So we got exactly what we wanted out of this, and then gave them this nice little swag, which they decided to post about as well. So again, thinking outside the box. I mean, I don't think the $10,000 wasn't it. It was the PBR and the picture of the hipster, right? Again, it cost us nothing. We actually haven't had. I mean, our hires didn't want to hear.
Well, I think also what you were doing is you're sort of advertising your culture.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. It's a free way to give people a peek into the fact that I'm obviously not a hipster, but we take ourselves not too seriously, as you can tell. So what can you do? Well, if you're a company like Scopely, you can literally rip us off, and rather than offer PBR, offer Dos Equis and copy us down to whatever. But it worked for them. They got some interesting applicants. I don't mind. I give you permission to rip us off, and you're a health-oriented startup, so maybe you can't do that offer. You're with the naked or something. But then this is an example. Does anyone remember this?
Yep.
Google, right? Back when they were a startup, that's a long time ago. Before their IPO, they for like $5,000 at the time, because it was like during the doldrums, they bought a billboard on the 101 and didn't advertise it as Google. It was something interesting, and those who figured out this, I think it was an insanely difficult problem. And if you're smart enough to get through, that URL directed you to the Google Jobs page where you were essentially fast-tracked. So these are examples of, again, things that didn't cost them much at all, both companies, and there's numerous examples of people doing things like this. But they were all of them were press-worthy, almost free. You didn't pay for a recruiter $30,000 to $50,000 a pop, and it was far more effective. So those are the top 3 things I learned. Basic awareness, fundraising, and then hiring. And please, I'm happy to help a little bit more and answer any questions. But one more thing, if you don't want to do any of that, the fastest way to hack your way into good press, I think, and publicity, PR for your company, is t-shirts. It sounds stupid, but they're cheap, high quality, people will wear them, they're fun, and they're a great way to make your mark. I'm going to give a specific example of how publicity generated through t-shirts actually led to a company raising a significant amount of money. So I've heard of Legit. It's a blog search tool. They're a Boulder, Colorado company. And they had an interesting product, interesting story, and they raised a little bit of money. But what they did is very purposely flood the town of Boulder, probably with 5,000 to 10,000 t-shirts. Like everyone in the town had a t-shirt. It cost them, maybe $10,000. I don't know how much it cost. But literally, you go to a party in Texas, and half the people there were wearing t-shirts. The founders were never without t-shirts. And what that did is it led, Foundry Group was already interested, that's Brad Feld's group, but the amount of penetration that appeared Legit had into the startup scene was overwhelming, and led to Foundry investing a ton of money. That was one small part, but it certainly helped. Another great example is Foursquare. They're kind of the kings of the branded t-shirts. They send people in the mail, they tweet about them, they love them, they wear them at all the events. Trust me, if you ignore everything else I said on the presentation, get t-shirts, they're cheap, and they're fun. Finally, actually just one more thing. That's why I'm trying to improve on Steve Jobs. PR is probably taking up about 5% of my time. It's not much, but the amount of leverage it's given me has been astronomical. So, thank you very much. Adding on to that, how you can use publicity to accelerate your fundraising round. A little bit into our fundraising round, it had leaked that Groupon was thinking about buying us. And so rather than freak out and deny everything, because man, that could have killed the deal and could have killed investment, as we embraced it, We acknowledged it with Alexia. We told all of her potential investors that we weren't selling. We were going to go for it big, but we used that to fuel fire as well. So obviously you can't arrange a acquisition talks with Groupon, but they're in the middle. The point is in the middle of, or maybe you can go for it. In the middle of your fundraising, if you can throw in some new cool twist, some new story, let your investors know. Reach out again. The more positive contents, the more signs you can get external like this social proof again, the better. So use your basic awareness. Led to I mean this helped. This was our fundraising round, right? We had a good product, but showing that the hype we had generated through some boots on the ground PR really paid off.
So it's an inside question. How did you connect to Alexia and just say, hey, Groupon might be interested to us? I mean,
I didn't connect with her. I didn't tell her that.
Okay.
There's 200 people at Groupon who knew. There's a lot of our investors. I didn't deny it or lie when she asked.
So she reached you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean that's you don't, by the way, that you don't want to leak stuff like that. That's the fast way to kill a deal. So what can you do? Do exactly what I did. It will work. Take 2,285 people, find the investors you want to reach through AngelList, and I guarantee everyone in this room has 20 people in here that are perfect for your company. Go find their email address and contact them. You will be shocked at how many cold emails result in attention. And by the way, if I'm going over time, give me the sign or something, then stop me. So finally, hiring.
Can I ask you a question about AngelList? I think that's a great strategy, but why didn't you post on it? Or did you also?
I put a company on AngelList. The company was up there. Actually, after people started asking about it. There's a lot of companies on AngelList, right? An exceptional amount. And we didn't want to appear, I guess we wanted to take the approach, we wanted the information AngelList had to give without making it seem like we're aggressively looking for fundraising. Like the email that Mitch Kapoor got was a exclusive, or like a very small group. You don't want to, we felt we didn't want to make it seem like we were fishing too widely, and even just appearing on AngelList initially could have done that. So we made ourselves seemingly scarce, since people who wanted to reach us on AngelList actually couldn't. So that's a good point, and that actually paid off for us.
I think just some of the feedback that I've heard or suggested is it's not a great thing to post on AngelList unless you have a lead investor.
If a lead investor, yeah.
Because then people will see you've been there for a while, you don't have traction.
The deal gets cold.
I would highly suggest holding off.
Yeah. Agreed. It's a great way to clean up and finish up, but this way get warm intros or through cold emails. And finally, hiring. This is something that, again, everyone has to worry about. We certainly did. We raised our round. Everything was great, but man, we couldn't hire. We had a lot of publicity. We had a lot of things going for us. We tried the ladders. We tried Dice. We tried Crunchboard. We tried Craigslist. We tried everything. And this apparently is not just a hipster problem. This was an everyone problem. Every startup I knew had the same issue, to where the best people you're looking for already have jobs. They're not looking at Craigslist. And beyond that, even the most exclusive things like the ladders or Crunchboard or whatever, every startup's looking to hire, right? You get, I remember when I paid the $75 or whatever it was to get on Crunchboard, I'm like, all right, I'm on the front page of TechCrunch, this is gonna be awesome for my job. In like 5 minutes, there was already more jobs that it bumped it down to the bottom. Like, that's $75 I gotta spend on something else. PBR apparently coming soon. And so we decided again to do something different, right? There was no penalty to trying to, break the rules and come up with something new. So I don't know if you guys saw this. It took a lot of brainstorming, but again, playing off our strengths, and one of our strengths was our name. And we came up with a campaign. Again, a little viral in nature, like the first one. Apply or refer a friend, you can win $10,000 a year supply of PBR and a lot of other hipster stereotype things. Skinny jeans, worn brown boots, a fixed gear bicycle, mustache grooming services for the men, and bang trimming services for the women. And also, really, this guy's really ugly. We had it's one of my co-founder's friends, and just decked him out in the ugliest. I mean, look, they greased up his hair, got him old. It was, anyways, funny. We thought, and it got a lot of attention. Again, because it was different, and this resulted in New York Times blogs and